Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here and it's time for my May favorites. I have a ton of products that I just really loved this month and I'm excited to share a lot of these things with you. So I'm not gonna ramble on. This is all stuff I like. Let's look at it. The sun is out. I'm spending a lot more time outside now with this really nice weather we've been having. So SPF has been really high on my list. This is my favorite face sunscreen. It's the Neutrogena Healthy Defense Liquid Moisturizer with SPF 50. I do believe this product has been repackaged, but it is still available. As always, I'll link everything for you guys if you want to check it out. But I absolutely love this. It's not too heavy, it's not too greasy. You need sunscreen, please wear sunscreen. If you do nothing else, wear sunscreen. I like this one. Next, I want to tell you about a primer I've been loving. This is from the brand Arbonne. I know a lot of you probably haven't heard of Arbonne. I had not heard of Arbonne, but I have a friend who sells it. It's one of those direct sales companies. I don't sell it, so that's not why I'm talking about this. I genuinely really like this primer. It is a silicone-based primer, but it's just so much more lightweight and silky than a lot of the other silicone primers that I've tried. So it definitely smooths and fills in pores, but it doesn't feel really thick and like it's gonna ball up like some silicone primers. You know what I'm talking about? This is just so smooth. It makes my face look perfected. It is a little bit expensive, but a little bit goes a long way. I find that I barely need to use any to cover my whole face. So if you don't know anybody who sells Arbonne, I'll leave the information for my friend Kate, who I got mine from, and that way you can kind of check it out. But I gotta say, I'm so impressed by this primer. I don't often find primers that I really love. They're just usually okay for me, especially silicone-based ones. But this one is something special. I don't know what it is about this primer, but it's just so light and makes my skin look perfect. Let's talk about some face products now. First up is this liquid illuminator from Pixi. This is the Glow Booster in the shade Pink Pearl. I believe that this was only available as part of like a trio set, their little rose set. I'll look for it online and see if I can find this individually. The other products from that little set were good, but this has been something that I've been reaching for a lot. I love the way this looks mixed in with my foundation. It just gives me such a beautiful, luminous, kind of soft pinky glow, which I love year round, but especially in the summer, I want to look really fresh and dewy, and this has really been doing it for me. I love that it's not too intense, it's not too bright. I don't feel like I'm overdoing it when I put this on my face. It just has this beautiful pinky, almost like duochrome pearly sheen to it. I love it. If you have fair skin, you will really like this. Next up, these liquid blushes from NARS. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much I love these. I never thought I would love a liquid blush this much. They are so beautiful, so natural looking. I know that liquid blush sounds really scary. These are not intimidating. They're so easy to work with. I have a whole video about these, so if you're curious to hear more about them, then you can check that out. I'll link it for you. The shades Luster and Torrid are the ones I've been reaching for the most. They do have a matte finish, but they never look dry. They wear forever. They're fabulous. I know they're expensive. They're so good. They're so good. There's nothing else for me to say. The next two things that I want to mention, I debated not even including because I don't think these things are available anymore. They are both limited edition items. They are both expensive items. I'm pretty sure they're both completely sold out, but I love them so much. I'm still gonna include them. I'm so sorry if this video makes you want to buy them and you can't find them. I'm sorry, but they're my favorites, and this is a favorites video. You gotta talk about your favorites in your favorites video, am I right? First is this piece of work right here. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in the shade 104 Tantastic. Everybody was going crazy for this when it first released. It's a ginormous pan, first of all. Like, that's a bronzer is the size of my face. You don't need that much bronzer, but holy smokes. I just love everything about this bronzer. It blends so easily, so smoothly. It never looks too overdone. And I have very fair skin, as you can see. So bronzer can easily just go way too much for me. And it's just the perfect amount of pigmentation. It's the perfect undertone. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's just, and it smells good. It smells like the beach. It's perfect. Why is it limited edition? Why do they keep doing this to us? This item is super expensive. You don't really need to spend that much on bronzer. I know it's crazy, but it is so good. You know I wouldn't recommend it if it wasn't amazing. And I love it. No, come back. Why? Limited edition, damn it. Speaking of coconut scented limited edition perfection, can we just talk about this? This is the Coconut Fix Plus from the MAC Fruity Juicy Summer Collection. Everybody, again, went crazy for this. I mean, the packaging is ridiculously gorgeous. Coconut Fix Plus is life. I know, I've said this in like 10 videos. We need to start a petition to make Coconut Fix Plus permanent. Everything about this is perfect. The packaging is beautiful. If you've watched any of my other videos or if you know me at all, you know that my obsession with Fix Plus runs so deeply. I love the Coconut Fix Plus. Every time they bring it out, I buy as many bottles as I can get my hands on because I love it so much, and then I hoard it and never want to use it because I love it so much. That's crazy, I know. This sold out in like 5 seconds. They had a pre-order, so I was able to buy one on pre-order, and then I bought one in store the day it launched. If you didn't get your hands on this, again, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I'm bringing it up, but it's my favorite, and I love it. I love you. Why do you leave me? Why? I do have 3 palettes to talk about. But before we do that, I want to tell you about this single eyeshadow from e.l.f. It's the long-lasting lustrous eyeshadow. I have the shade Soiree, and I used this in a video. I want to say it was a first impression video, or maybe it was my all e.l.f. Get Ready With Me. One of those. I'll find it and I'll link it for you if you want to see that. This eyeshadow is so beautiful. It's kind of a cross between a pressed pigment and a ColourPop Super Shock shadow. It has that kind of gel, almost bouncy texture. It's really creamy. It applies really well with the finger, and I love this. I love this shade. I really want to pick up a few other colors because I've really enjoyed the formula of this. But right now I just have Soiree. I'm wearing it on my lids today. I love it. And I think these are only $3, so hi, check that out. Like I mentioned, I do have 3 palettes that I really, really loved this month. The first one I want to talk about is this Lorac and Pirates of the Caribbean Cheek Palette. I did a whole video on the Lorac and Pirates collection, so if you want to see swatches and hear more about that collaboration, then again, I'll link that video for you. You can go check it out. But this little face palette is so incredible. I took this as my only kind of face products when I went on a 10-day trip, and I got so much use out of it. All the shades are useful for me on different parts of my face. I could even do an entire eye look with this. I just think this little palette is so versatile. Now, if you have a deeper skin tone, these shades probably won't work out for you, and I hate that. I hate recommending something that doesn't work for everybody, but this works so well for me. So if you have a fair to light, or maybe even light to medium skin tone, I think that this palette would be beautiful for you. I won't go on about it since I already did a video about it, but I love this. Definitely a favorite. I'm going to continue to use this. And if you've been on the fence about this palette, I highly recommend you at least check it out. Go and swatch it in store. These powders are so good. Lorac, you never fail us. Another Lorac palette that I have been not able to put down this month is the Unzipped palette. I feel like this palette is totally underrated. I don't know why more people don't rave about it. The shadows in here are absolutely beautiful. Definitely their pro formula quality. and the shade range is just right up my alley. I love a great neutral, sparkly, rose gold, goldy, bronzy kind of look. That was a ridiculous description, but you know what I mean. I have a feeling you know what I mean. This palette is just such an easy kind of go-to for me. Earlier this month, I traveled to my sister's engagement party like weekend, and I used this the entire time for all the events, and I also did my sister's makeup with this. It's just that perfect balance between soft and natural and really glamorous, because it does have these deeper tones if you want to go more dramatic. The shimmery shades are really, really shimmery. It's just, man, I don't know why this palette doesn't get more love. Totally underrated product. Highly recommend this. If you're a neutral lover, if you're gonna be a bride, you need this palette in your life right now. The last palette that I want to talk about is the Gemini by Night palette. It is from the Sonia Essman and ColourPop collection. Of course, I already have a video on this too, so again, I'm not going to do swatches and talk too much about it. I absolutely love the shades in here. The formula is perfection. It's only $18. You get 4 shades, so it is very affordable. I just love this. I've already raved about it in my previous video, so I won't go on too much, but Gemini by Night, again, totally underrated. Love, love it, love it. Obviously, because it's in my favorites. I want to talk about 2 tools really quickly before I move on to lip products, and they're both from Real Techniques. The first is this multitask cheek brush. Like I said, I've been traveling a lot this month, and I like to kind of minimize what I pack. And this brush has been such a good go-to. I could use it in so many different ways. You can use it to set, you can use it to contour, you can use it to put on blush, even if you just want like a big sweep of highlighter. I love multitasking brushes. I love affordable brushes. I love Real Techniques. And this fits the bill for all of those things. This is such a great tool if you're looking to invest in a few brushes that can do a lot for you. I highly recommend this one. Love it. This is a must-have. I feel like I may have mentioned this in a favorites before, but it's definitely still a favorite. It's the mini Miracle Sponge from Real Techniques. I love this, again, for blending out under eye concealer. I also like that it has this flat side, so you can use it to blend out cream contour. You could apply cream blush or highlight with it. And with this flat side, it's really great for if you like to bake under your contour. You can just pack some powder on here and it'll give you that nice straight line under your contour. This little thing is so useful. It's so affordable, and it's just small and cute, and like I said, I love a great multitasking product, and this little tiny guy can really do a lot for you. I only have 2 lip products to mention this month. The first is my Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss in the shade Peach Sickle. The shade Papa Don't Peach is still my favorite, but I've really been reaching for this one a lot, especially now that we're getting this warm summer weather. I just like something really light and kind of a little bit brighter on my lips. And this feels great. It smells great. It's just, I love these. I love these so much. And I've said it before, I'm not really a big lip gloss girl. So when I love a lip gloss, that's saying something. The very last thing I want to mention for my May favorites is from ColourPop. It's the Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Aquarius. This is an extension of their Aquarius collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I have been a huge fan of the Ultra Satin Lip formula for a while, so I was really excited to see them extending Aquarius into an Ultra Satin Lip. This is a really beautiful pinky nude shade. The Ultra Satins are so comfortable. They're still long wearing, but they're not completely transfer proof. And this shade is just such an easy kind of everyday go-to for me. So if you're looking for a really comfortable everyday go-to pinky nude shade, I highly recommend you check out the Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Aquarius. No shocker, all my favorites are always nude lips, but this has been a go-to for me this month. So that wraps up my May favorites. I know I had a ton of products to mention this month. As always, please leave a comment and let me know what your favorites were this month so that we can all go check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. This lip gloss feels so good. Ugh. Just want to eat it. I won't, but I want to. Just talk about the makeup. Just do that. Stick to that. Okay. So awkward. I feel like I already said that about 10 times. There you have it. Long-lasting lustrous eyeshadow. Okay. You need to calm yourself right down. Now I have glitter everywhere. Sweet. La la la. Blah la 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 la. Blah 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 blah. Great. Great. You're an expert video maker. Good job. Another blah blah blah. Man. Okay, regroup. Drink some coffee and regroup. You're almost done. You can do this. Get it together, woman. That's it. That's all. That's all there is to it.